Hi, Laura here, and today I am bringing you a full body Pilates body weight workout. You will not need any props, and it is intended to be travel friendly, hotel friendly, anywhere, anytime friendly. If you don't have a mat, you can lay down a towel or a blanket wherever you are. This is brought to you from my 12 days of Pilates fitness challenge that I hosted on my Instagram page, laura.melgar.fitness. You're more than welcome to hang out with me over there on my Instagram channel. Here I am putting together all 12 of the moves into a full body weight Pilates workout. And if you're interested in me hosting a YouTube challenge, I would love to put one together for you. So tell me what you're working towards in 2024, and I would love to put something together for you to help you work towards those goals. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I like to bring you Pilates and strength-based workouts that help to support your active lifestyle. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit subscribe. But let's go ahead and start with our Pilates roll up. Starting in a laying down position, your legs are straight, pressing firmly into the ground. Arms are reaching to the sky. We're going to tuck that chin to look to your toes, and then continue that exhale to reach your arms over your feet. Then from here, we'll roll down, stomach pulls in, and you cascade that spine onto the floor, bone by bone by bone. Next one, a little bit faster. Exhale, we roll up. Stomach pulls in, reach over your toes, and then melt your spine down. Even though we've increased the tempo, we're still trying to exaggerate the amount of time it takes to get to the floor. Exhale pulls you up. You try to press your feet into the floor to help you to come forward. And if this roll up is tricky for you, I do have a breakdown of this exercise on my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and link it in the corner above so you can come check it out and look at some of the alternatives that I have for you. Last two here. And then after that last one, we're going to keep our hands to the sky, bend your knees so that your feet come to the floor, and we'll go into our hundreds. Tuck your chin to your chest so that you're looking at your thighs. Hands float down to your hips. Start your pumps. We pump the hands from hips to knees. And inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. You inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Try to keep your shoulders pulling downwards towards the floor as you pump those hands up and down. To make it a little bit harder, you can lift the legs up into a tabletop position. Next level up would be legs straight to the sky. Hardest level would be floating those legs downwards towards the ground. We've got 3 more breaths. Hug your knees into your chest. Rest your head downwards towards the ground. Put your hands outwards towards the side or even downwards by your hips, your choice. Your legs are going to stay in a tabletop position as we head into our tick-tock. Legs stay together like you're hugging a ball. We're going to twist those knees over to the side without lifting our shoulders. And then exhale brings the legs back up. Now over to the left. You twist the knees over to the left. You press those palms into the ground, open those shoulders to the sky. Exhale brings the legs back up. Continue alternating from side to side here. We match this movement to breath. That inhale is when we cascade the pendulum over. That exhale is when we take the knees up to the sky. That exhale is also going to help you to drive that stomach inwards to support your lower back. We're getting a nice lower back stretch here, as well as that rotation work for our spine and oblique work for our abs. Try to keep your head and neck soft along the floor. Last one to the left. Knees end at tabletop. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Hold on to the front of your shins. And once you're in this tight little ball here, we'll stretch one of the legs out. The other leg stays in. And then you'll switch legs. Single leg stretch. Now as you pull into the same side shoulder. A lot of times I see people trying to turn their head towards their knee. We're not going to do that yet. That's actually up on deck. But for right now, we keep trying to look in between our legs or in between our toes. If you notice that your neck is getting tired, you can just rest your head down. And as you stretch your legs to the side, to the sky, you're still going to be working those lower abs, being mindful that that lower back stays connected to the floor. We're going to do one more to the right leg, one more to the left leg. Hug both knees in, rest that neck. You can sway it from side to side. Then from here, head, neck, and shoulders curl up. Hands are going to come wrapped like a basket behind your head. We're going to find that single leg stretch once again, but now this time turn towards the knee that's bent. You switch the legs and switch the turn. Switch the legs and switch the turn. Now here, as we do our crisscross, I see a lot of times that people are just pumping their legs super quickly. And I want you to try to keep your hips, your waistband connected to the floor as you try to lift your shoulder blade, your shoulder, your armpit to the knee that's coming in towards you. We try to wring out our waist like a wet towel. And then I find that actually makes it more intense than when I try to jam it out really quickly. As you reach the leg out, try to stretch it out of the hip socket. We've got one more to the left side. Hug the knees in, rest the head down. Whew. Exhale, rocks you up to a seated position. And once we're seated, I like to move myself to the middle of the mat. You're going to open your legs out into a V so we can go into our saw. We're going to open the arms into a letter T. Try to sit your shoulders directly over your hip bones here. Twist to the side. Then we're going to reach our left hand to your right foot. So it's opposite hand to opposite foot. Bring yourself back to center. Twist to the left side. Right hand to left foot. Back up to center. Now, as we find it a little bit faster now, we want to try to keep our butt bones connected to the ground. Your stomach pulls in as you find that diagonal stretch. And you should still be feeling your core working similarly to the crisscross that we just got out of. So it's not just a stretch for your leg or a stretch for your back. It's also sneaky lower ab and oblique work. We're going to go one more to the right side. One more to the left side. Sitting up, relax those hands down. Once you're down there, I'm going to turn to face you. But we're going to go ahead and stack our legs so we have them kind of one in front of the other in a Z-ish type of position. My body, my upper body is also part of that Z. Take your hand slightly away from you so it's out at an angle from me. My hand is going to go palm up to the sky. And from here, we're going to come up into our side bend. So I push through my legs. It's going to send my legs straight and my head's going to go towards my window that I have off screen. So push into your legs, side bend, you come up and then resist yourself back down to the ground. Now, if that's too hard, keep your bottom leg down. You push just through your top leg. We press up and then lower yourself back down. You've got two options. Exhale up. Resist yourself down, both legs press out. Resist yourself down, you're working your shoulder, you're working that side body. Last two. Reach long through the arm as well as through your torso. And down, we switch to the opposite side. I'm gonna switch my legs, still keep facing towards the camera. You find that Z seated position here. Hand is going slightly away from you, so it's at an angle. From here, both feet or one foot, you're gonna come up into that side bend. Exhale, we lift up. resist yourself down with control. No plopping. Stomach pulls in. We try to keep the shoulders stacked and your hip bones stacked here. Squeeze those legs together as you send yourself off screen. Last time here. And we gently settle ourselves on down. Turning onto our back, giving those shoulders a little rest. We're gonna hug your knees back into your chest, and we go into our double leg stretch. Both hands on top of your shins. Reach the arms away, reach the legs away, and then we come back into that tight little ball. Reach your arms away, reach your legs away, come back into that tight little ball. As a reminder, you can always rest your head down and keep it down if you feel like you have tension in the front of your neck. Maybe that also means that you're reaching your legs a little bit higher to the sky. You also have the option to maybe do like a little dead bug tap, and that might feel a little bit nicer to you. The double leg dead bug and exhale lift versus out long like a banana and in. Last two. Last one. We hug the knees in, rock up to a seated position. We're gonna come back into a kneeling position. Your knees are gonna be underneath your hips. Open your hands into a letter T. This is just fancy. Traditional Pilates has traditional transitions. We're gonna take the left hand down and shoot the right leg out. Once you're there, your top right leg, we're gonna lift it up, parallel to the ground, lower it down. Lift up, lower down. Your stomach stays pulling in. Your arms are reaching into a letter T. Your bottom section here is working like a side plank. That's why I gave you a little rest in between those side planks and your side kicks here. Last one. We come back up, bringing the knees underneath you. Still keep those arms in letter T. Side bend over. Keep pressing that hand firmly into the ground. You can also go knuckles into the ground if that feels better to you. And from here we lift up and lower down. Up and lower down. You also have the option to do this side lying. I also have a series describing the side lying side kick series, and I'll tag that in the corner above. We've got 3, 2, after 1, we're gonna lower the leg down, bring yourself up, bring the knee under, hands melt down. I'm gonna quarter turn so you can see my body, but you can stay facing the same direction. We have our knees still tucked underneath our hips, feet straight like railroad tracks behind us. Your hands are gonna come forward across the room as we go into our thigh stretch. We're gonna inhale, lean back. Your stomach pulls into your body. Exhale, bring yourself forward. Inhale, lean it back. Think about a bridge. You should feel your glutes and your hamstrings engaged here. So we're thinking about a bridge. The stomach pulls in to support the lower back. And you're thinking that your hips are pressing forward as we're finding that lean. We should not have our booty touching onto our feet. We want to have a nice flat line here through the front of our hips. Going for 2 more times. And up. Going into our foot on bar stretch, I'm going to have you take your right foot forward. Your hands are going to frame your foot. If you need yoga blocks or something to bring the floor a little bit closer to you, you can. And then we tuck the back leg under, so we're in our runner's lunge. From here, front leg, straighten and look down at your knee. Bend the knee and you look down at the floor. Straighten the front leg, you look at your thigh. Bend the knee, you have knee over ankle as you come back into your runner's lunge. So we get to stretch the hamstring, and as you come forward, you stretch your hip flexor. One more time here. Gently settle the knee bone downwards towards the ground. We come back to that kneeling, high kneeling, to step the left foot forward. One hand to the outside of the foot, one hand to the inside. Tuck the back toes underneath you, levitate it up. And then from here, we're going to straighten the left leg, look under at your legs, and then bend your knee. You're back in that runner's lunge. And again, straighten and bend. You want to look at your back foot just to check the form of it. We should have that heel in between our big toe and pinky toe so that that foot is straight and in neutral. That's going to help you to stretch also your back big toe, which is really good and helpful for your running. And then relax the knee bone down. From here, final exercise. I've been feeling a little tired this week, so we'll see how this next exercise go. Going into our push-ups. You're gonna go onto your palms. Hands are gonna be underneath your shoulders. Reach your legs long and back behind you. From here, bend your elbows narrowly towards the floor. We bend the elbows and exhale, press. Bend the elbows and exhale, press. If you need to, you can drop down onto your knees, but those are not my favorite way to practice push-ups. And I do have a reel that explains how to work up to push-ups on your toes if you're someone that struggles with your push-ups. Also have the option to just hold your plank here if that happens to be you. Each time you take this class, I want you to do one more push-up than you did before. But for today, we're going to aim for 5 push-ups total. And once you finish your push-ups, you are all set. You are all done. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you liked it and helps me to create content for you based off of the things that you like and that you're working towards. And if you're interested in seeing YouTube challenges, go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you're working on, what your goals are for the upcoming year, and what you would like to see. If you're someone that does like challenges, I would highly recommend following me on Instagram. I have held several of them there. So if you're someone that likes challenges, you like prizes, or you just like following along to something, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you can follow my workouts here on YouTube, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, laura.malgar.fitness. I love bringing you workouts to help you to sustain the longevity of the active lifestyle so that we can keep doing what we love for life. Have a good one, and I will see you in my next video.